Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Zika's Hub and I want to say thank you so much for staying tuned. On today's tutorial, I'll be taking us through how to make this palazzo, very sweet palazzo in a very simple step. Just sit back and watch. You can see the outcome. Okay, this is my material on a fold of 2. I've used my biggest measurement to determine the material I'll be using for the front part. So my biggest measurement is the tie, and the tie is 28 inches. Divided by 2 will give me 16. I'll go ahead and take my measurements. But before I go ahead, I'll have to, because the trouser is going to have a band, and my band I'm going to use 1.5. Depending on you, you can use 2, you can use 3. It's 1.5. So I'm going to, you see the way I took my tape up 1.5 before I input my measurement. Then on the distance on the my hip is 12. I'll go ahead and mark. My nail length is 26. I'll take the measurement as well. After that, I'll go ahead and take my thigh measurement. My thigh measurement away from my hip is 4, is difference of 4. So I'll just calculate difference of 4 and mark there, which is 16. Then I'll go ahead and take my full length, which is 42.5. Then the other remaining part of the material, I'll be leaving it there because I'll be using 2 inches for my hemming allowance. So I'll just allow it to be there so that any other thing, when I'm done joining and doing any other thing, I can actually cut it and make it the exact length I want it to be. So I will go ahead and mark it the way I've already done. So on the waist part, I'm going to take on the hip part, I'm going to take my hip measurement. The hip measurement is 44. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So I'll go ahead and mark exactly 11 and then add 1 inch, which I have done, and then connect it to the waist, and the hip, connect the hip to the waist. Then on the hip, I'll come out by 2 to create my crouch extension. Then I'll go ahead and connect it the way you have already seen me do. Then on the waist, I'll take my measurement. The waist measurement is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'll be taking it backward from the hip measurement. I'll be taking it. So I'm going to mark 9.5. Then I will consider my dart and then consider the allowance, 1 inch for that and 1 inch for allowance, making it 11.5. Then I will connect it the way you're seeing me do with my French curve down to my hips. Then on the thigh length, I will take my thigh measurement. My thigh measurement is 28. Then 28 divided by 2. We are not dividing by 4 now, we are dividing by 2. So 28 divided by 2 will give me 16. I'll go ahead and mark and then add 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I will mark, which is 17. So I'll go ahead and mark it. Then because this is a palazzo, I will mark the same thigh measurement on my nail, on my full length, and then connect it down. That's the only thing we'll have to do because it is a palazzo. The only place because the client wants it to be tied is just on her hip. Then from her hip down, the palazzo is going to, as in I'm going to take the thigh measurement to determine the measurement. So I'm just going ahead to confirm the measurement I have already done. Then after the confirmation and I've seen that everything is okay, I will then go ahead and cut it out. So I'm done cutting the front, so we'll go ahead and measure the back and then cut it. The back, I've already cut out my back, the material I'll be using to cut out the back on a fold of 2 already. I've already done it on a fold of 2, but this time around you notice that it's more wider than the front because I just had to add extra 2 inch to what I had in the front before, because on the back we'll be giving allowance in order to contain the bum. So I will just go ahead and place the front one that I have already marked out on the back material that I have, like this. And on the top part of it, I'll be leaving like 2 inches Sorry, the camera didn't capture everything very well. I'll be leaving like 2 inches to give allowance because I'll be coming up from there by 2 inches. I'll go ahead and draw. I've already gone ahead to draw my border. I say again, sorry that the camera didn't capture it very well. Then on the material, I'll go ahead and take 2 inches, extend my front measurement by 2 inches. That is exactly what I am doing now. Then after that, I will have to use my ruler and connect everything and connect it the way you're seeing me do right now. I'm going to connect it exactly the way you see me do. Then on the waist area, about the crouch side, I'm going to go up by 2 inches. Once I've gone up by 2 inches, I'll make a line to connect it down to join the one of the front. But before I do that, I'm going to measure my waist, which is 38 inches divided by 4 will give me 9.5 inches. Adding my that and my seam allowance, it will give me 11.5. I'll go ahead and mark it from the waist, from the crouch line backward to meet, as in I will go ahead and mark it backward then and mark. Once I've marked it, I will draw a line to connect it. And then from that place, I have identified my waist. Why I did this is because I won't be using elastic for the back. No, so that it will be lappy. It will lap at the back. So I will use my French curve. I'll connect it to the waist. Before I go ahead to connect to the waist, I will identify my waist point, which is what I am doing right now. Once I've identified my waist point, I will use my French curve and curve it and connect my waist down to my hip. And then I'll go ahead and take the other measurements. So I've connected my waist to my hip now. I will place the front one that I have already cut out. I'll place it the way you see me do on the video. Then I make sure the allowance of 2 inches that I have already identified is visible. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the back. That's just it for the back. That's just it for the back. So now we'll have the front and the back. You can see it. Then I'll go ahead and make sure that the back and the front are aligned at the tail, as in the hemming area. You can see what I'm doing now. Make sure I cut out the excess on one of the materials. Then that's just it. Basically, we'll have the front and the back right now. So what will I be doing next? I'll be going to my machine with what I have already. I'll be joining them on the crouch area. But before I do so, I'll make sure I confirm. Before I take it to my machine, I will check to confirm that the length is actually what we measured, which is 42.5, and that is exactly it. So I'll be heading over to the machine right now. I'll just join it on the crouch area by 1/2 inch, then the back by 1/2 inch, just the crouch area. Once I'm done with that, I'll bring it and show you guys. Right, I've gone ahead to cut out my pocket and the zip fly, because I'll be using zip and zip fly and the front. So I'll go ahead and attach it. If you have not watched my video on how to attach pocket and how to attach zip fly, I'll be leaving the link on the description below so that you go ahead and watch it, because I will not be showing you the details on this tutorial. I've joined the crouch area, I've done my zipper, I've done the pocket, I've already joined the back to look at it. Everything is already set. Then I'll go ahead and just take the back panties and lay it on the front, as in right side facing right side. And then look at it, look at what I'm doing. I will go ahead and join it by the side, then by the crouch, and make sure that the two crouch are aligned together. Then I will sew it from the crouch area down to the other end, and then from the crotch area down to the other end as well, and then sew the two sides. That's basically what I'll be doing on my machine. Then after I'm done with that, I'll bring it and show you guys the outcome. So just stay tuned. Okay, I'm done joining the two sides and the crouch area. So I've gone ahead to cut my band. How did I cut my band? I made sure I measured the waist of the trouser and confirmed it was 38, which is actually our waist. Then I went ahead to add extra 2 inches, making it 40 in length. And then the wideness is 4 inches, so that by the time I fold it and then use ½ inch to join it round, I will still have my 1.5 inch. So that is basically it. So I'll be going ahead to sew it round and attach it to the trouser. Then when I come back, I'm going to show you. I'm going to be attaching that on my machine. Here you go. Look at it. I've already attached my band. I'll use a pin and hold it together, as in the place I'm supposed to put a hook or a button, and then reconfirm the waist to know if it corresponds with the client's measurement, which is 38 inches. We have to reconfirm this because it's very, very important for tailors. As you're sewing, you're reconfirming measurement, you're making sure that the measurement you're using is okay. So that is what I'm doing now, and exactly the waist is 38 inches. What will I be doing next? I will go ahead also to reconfirm my length, the length of the trousers. The length of the trousers, like I told you, is 42.5 inches. So I'll be going ahead to confirm it. Before then, I will have to trim off the excesses at the tail end of the trousers. So once I trim it off, I will confirm that my 2 inches for hemming is still in place. Then what will I do after that? I will then go ahead and I'll go ahead to my machine and then hem it. I'll be showing you how I will take the process. So right now, I'll be trimming off the excess at the tail end of the trousers. That is what I want to do right now. Just watch me as I do so. Then I'll just go ahead and fold it 2 ways. I'll fold it the first one and then the second one, and then sew it round with my machine. That's how to hem the down part of your trousers, your panties, or any other thing. Here we go. This is the finished product, and you can see how beautiful it is looking. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial, and go ahead to practice and know if you can get it, because with this step you can easily sew this beautiful palazzo trouser that you are seeing here. Thank you to my subscribers, and thank you to those that have not yet subscribed. If you have not subscribed, please do so and put on your notification bell to always get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up, and see you in my next video. Do have a great day. Bye.